Before forts or capitals, before Alabama had a name on any map, January 10th dawned over a silver gulf. The sun rose slow through mist, its light catching on the sails of Spanish ships drifting near the bay. Their charts were careful, their hearts uncertain. The edge of the known world stretched before them, a coastline of promise and peril. They named the inlets and shoals in their own tongue: Bahia del Espiritu Santo, Mobile Bay, marking what they could not yet understand. Each wave that touched their hulls carried older voices: Choctaw Creek and Mobile people whose canoes had already mapped these waters long before compass or cross arrived. By the 1700s, the flags changed, but the tide did not. Mobile thrived as a French Creole poured its streets, humming with traders, soldiers, and stories told in a dozen tongues. The smell of salt and sugar, oak and iron rose from the wharves where ships came to barter the new world's bounty. Then came the British, marching with red coats and law books, renaming streets and rewriting orders, but even their rule was temporary. The American flag soon replaced theirs, and with it came a new ambition, a hunger for expansion, a determination to turn every frontier into a city, every harbor into a future. January 10th, 1861, the Gulf wind blew again, but this time carried news instead of ships. Word from Florida reached Montgomery. Another state had left the Union. The Confederacy was forming piece by piece, like a storm gathering across the southern sky. Telegraphs clicked through the night, and Alabama's leaders felt history pressing on their shoulders. Within hours, committees met, and the same breeze that once filled Spanish sails now carried the voices of secession and resolve. Cannons echoed along the riverbanks again, and the smell of iron filled the air. The land that once traded goods now traded ideals, freedom, defiance, fear. The cost measured not in coin, but in courage and consequence. Yet history is never just one story. Nearly a century later, January 10th found a new rhythm, one of growth, invention, and renewal. 1957, Tuskegee Institute, already a beacon of education and perseverance, expanded its agricultural research across the South in the same soil. Once worked by sharecroppers, scientists now tested crops, improved harvests, and taught communities to thrive on knowledge instead of survival. It was the quiet revolution, the kind that grows in green fields, not in marble halls under the same sun that once fed cotton. New roots of progress took hold. And then came 2005, a hum not of war or debate, but of machinery, precision, and modern pride. The Hyundai plant near Montgomery produced its first car. Engines rolled off the line, steel and circuitry singing the newest verse in Alabama's story, where once cotton gins turned, robots now moved with perfect rhythm. Hands that once picked and plowed now built and engineered. The sound of progress was no longer the crack of muskets or the ring of hammers. It was the steady hum of innovation. January 10th stands as a compass, its needle forever pointing between memory and motion. The Gulf still shimmers under morning light, its wind carrying the echoes of every age. Spanish explorers and Creole merchants, Confederate proclamations, and scientific revolutions. Farmers, engineers, dreamers, and builders. Each generation added something new to the current, and still the water moves forward, always forward. If you walk the docks of Mobile today, you might hear both the whisper of sails and the rumble of engines. The wind that once filled ships now turns turbines. The same breeze that carried news of war now carries the scent of gasoline, salt and steel, symbols of a South reborn through work and wisdom. January 10th, a day when history turns its face toward the future, when technology replaces tobacco and innovation replaces isolation. The Gulf wind still blows, threading progress and memory together, forever changing.